Hey everybody, Tom Lydon, Dave Merson from APR Physical Therapy this week, who comes with a mission. He has an agenda. He has made some observations, which I'll set the table for you to talk about, because you have seen a lot of Westwood athletes come through the clinic up in Westwood, and what have you observed?
Yeah, thank you for the introduction, Tom. So, once again, hello, Westwood. So, when we're coming back from injury, or even when we're in season, during season, preseason, whatever it may be, we want to make sure that you're preparing your body in the best way possible. And what we're seeing is a lot of asymmetries. By that, I mean the right side of your body doesn't move the same as your left side of the body. And this is mainly in regards to like the legs, for instance, right? So if the range of motion isn't equal on both sides, if your muscle activation isn't equal on both sides, if the tissue, meaning the muscles don't feel the same, if they feel tight and restricted on one side versus the other, you're not going to move the same. You're not going to move equally. So what I want you to do as athletes, or even parents of athletes, really make sure that you're symmetrical. We don't want a greater asymmetry greater than 5% on either side. Even if you're under 10%, you're generally okay, but anything above that, you're putting yourself at injury risk. So do yourself a favor, really assess to see how you move on your right side versus your left side. If the stability is the same, if you can balance on one leg versus the other side, the same, or if you're not within the same type of time frame for that, or if your strength isn't the same, I would encourage you to either do more warm-up exercises, roll out more, use a hyper ice vibrating sphere, roller, a Theragun, or in our preference, seek out a physical therapist like our clinic to make sure that you're healthy, make sure you're moving the same, so we don't have injuries that are season-ending injuries or career-ending injuries, because we feel like these are truly preventable. So I really want you to pay attention to that as an athlete to make sure you're symmetrical, right versus left. It's just like getting your car tuned up.
Could this be, to start simple, let's just say, you can even do things, you know, like this. Obviously, I should not be holding on to you.
This is very basic in our
very
eyes.
Basic.
Very basic. Very basic
No,
in ours. But I want you to do more things, more of a dynamic warm-up. Take one of those vibrating therapy devices. Take a Theragun and work on those areas. And then really train your balance, train your stability, train it in a sport-specific way for whatever sport you are. You're going to thank yourself later, and you're going to really set yourself apart from your teammates to make sure you're in the starting lineup.
And you can see this yourself because you work with some pretty high-level athletes.
Yep.
So you can see how it benefits an athlete long-term, right?
Yep. And most sports are asymmetrical, one side versus the other. I work with a lot of figure skaters, but I also worked with a lot of soccer players in the past, for instance. We want to make sure they're symmetrical. And if you're not symmetrical, that's when things pop up. And we don't want that to happen for you.
All right. Well, what's fun about being able to showcase different people from APR Physical Therapy is that you get to know them a little bit better. And obviously, Dave's an expert in what he does, and he works with a lot of people who are high-level athletes. So listen to his advice. And as always, you want to go to the website, aprpt.com. And if you have questions, give him a call or just visit one of the two locations. You know, this one's here in Foxborough, and the second location, which is right on Washington Street in Westwood, where you see a lot of people.
Yep.
Good stuff. That is Dave Merson from APR PT. You the man.
Thanks, Tom.
Keep up the good work.
Bye, everybody.